Just close your eyes and take a 3D breathing, and we will begin. Yes. Take a 3D breathing consciously. With every exhale, empty your mind from everything else. Become more present. And gently rub your palms and bring warmth. Spread the warmth in your eyes and relax your eyes. Namaste. Good. Welcome. So today we will have an introduction class of Ayurveda, which is a very complete class by itself because we cover all the 5 elements in a basic way, how to feel the 5 elements in a little deeper way. So we will begin the class and then we can continue. If you have any questions, you can raise your hands. You can stop in between. We can clarify that. I'll introduce myself. I'm Kanna. I'm alternative medicine practitioner. Combination of homeopathy. Are you aware of it? Homeopathy and acupuncture, and a diploma in Ayurveda for diet and nutritional and lifestyle guidance. So mainly just combination of these 3, that's something I'm working with. So that's why we are learning more of an Ayurveda as a lifestyle in this course. We will see how much of this knowledge we can use for a healthy lifestyle. Understanding ourselves, understanding the others. How many of you are aware of the dosha and the body types like that? Yes? We say everything is right or wrong based on your body type. Yes? We are trying to come to a conclusion of what is right, what is wrong, without knowing ourselves most of the time. So which is the basics of Ayurveda, coming to an understanding of our body types. I will start the classes and we will go into the 5 elements. Even though there is something very finite and complete within the 5 elemental class, it's a good beginning. It's a new language that we are learning as 5 elements today. So let's start with the basics of what Ayurveda is and go into the 5 elements. How do you define Ayurveda? The word Ayurveda generally defined as Ayur meaning life, Veda meaning knowledge, wisdom. Yes. So knowledge of life, that's the meaning of the word Ayurveda. It's a medical system. It's a Indian medical system like Chinese medicine. It's a complete holistic Indian medical system that people study separately for 5 to 6 years also here, which has a very detailed branches which many may not be aware of. As a medical system, it has a branch of surgery in it. How many of you are aware of that? Ayurveda as a medical system, it has a whole lot of information about surgery. It's called Shala Tantra. Because for thousands of years back, they recognized there are a lot of problems in a human body which need surgical correction. So there is a branch, 6 branches you will find within Ayurveda as a detailed medicine. 1 branch is dedicated for surgery. So what do you understand from that? It's a natural medicine with a surgical department, and it means they wanted to do the right thing to the body in a right kind of disease. It's not just like we just give herbs and we walk away. There are a lot of tumor conditions, there are a lot of dentistry work, there are a lot of rhinoplasty, hemorrhoids, piles, fissures, which need some kind of surgical correction. And they were not blind for that. Ayurveda is a medicine, it's a very complete medicine. They wanted to do the right thing to the body. But thousands of years back, they didn't have antibiotics like we have today. They didn't have the technology tools, diagnostic tools like we have today. So if this much technology is developed, that's the benefit that we see in today's surgical department too. Is it saving people's life? For sure. Yes, today's surgical. So with technology today, what they are doing, we understand. People are able to save their life. So that's what, without much of technology and development, they tried to do their best with whatever they had thousands of years back. So There's another department of psychology, Ayurvedic psychology. There's a department for herbalism, medicine preparations and all that. There's a department for gynecology, pediatrics and obstetrics, a complete branch dedicated for women's health in every levels of life. There's a branch for Vajikarna to strengthen your immunity and your sexual energies, to just tone up your body to live long for a longevity. There's a whole department. So which is not our topic today, but I'm just giving you the idea not to think Ayurveda as a medicine which is less than what a modern medicine is. It has a very detailed approach of a human being in a very holistic way. Body, energies and mind. Is it true modern medicine stops with that which is physical? Modern medicine stops with your body, with that which is physical. But Ayurveda addresses the physical, also extends its knowledge towards the energy and your astral bodies. So how to heal you at every levels of your being, you find a very complete holistic approach within Ayurveda. That's why modern medicine is useful at some places, becomes too much on some other places. It doesn't help in many other peoples, in many other conditions. We face the consequence of that too, because physical is controlled by that which is energies in Ayurveda. What is the basic philosophy? That which is physical is governed by that which is non-physical, maybe energy and consciousness aspects of who you are. That energy aspects we are going to begin today, which is 5 elements. You see the physical body, but this physical body is governed by a philosophy. We are going to study this as 5 elements, Tri-Doshas, Agnis. There are a lot of energies that is termed that we are going to study through the course that governs the physical tissues of your body. So physicality is just like a hardware. It has a lot of software behind. That software and access over those software is the knowledge in Ayurveda. So Ayurveda addresses you in a very holistic way. That's why we call it holistic medicines. Holistic means not just approaching body as a parts, but addressing every levels of your existence, your energies, your awareness, your consciousness. Healing from the core is the focus here in Ayurveda. So everything has its benefits. Today we will go with that philosophy of 5 elements. Let's see one more basic of Ayurveda. Is Ayurveda limited to Indian knowledge? Like within India, in Sanskrit alone? It's a life knowledge. Around the world, whichever our ancestors' place they belong to, whatever they had around them to eat, do you see they did something to it? They fried it, they steamed it, they baked it, they boiled it. You see, around the world, people do something to what is available around them. Why are they doing those things? Most probably to digest easily. You follow that knowledge. Do you have a climatic food? Based on a certain climate, you eat certain kind of food. Do you change those things? Today, cities may not be aware, yes? Not in a city lives, no? When it's raining, they say eat these kind of foods. When it's too hot in summer, they say don't eat this, eat certain kinds of food. In a very hot summer, can you eat a very spicy meal? Depends on a body type again. Yes, somebody eats a little spicy food, they're going to have like diarrhea within a day or two. Somebody can eat so much spice and not feel anything bad. So we will understand those body types very, very soon. So depends on the body type, depends on the climate. People change their diet. So this is not something around the world, they didn't come to India to learn. They feel the body. Could you see? They feel what the body is comfortable with. They said, raw things I cannot eat, let's boil it a little bit. Yeah, even if you boil, you cannot eat, let's fry it with the oil. Now I can digest it. They feel it. This is the knowledge that comes from experiencing life more. Are you following this? The whole knowledge in Ayurveda comes from a person who experiences the life more deeper. But today we have become someone, we are too intellectual to knowledge, not experiential. Our knowledge, our idea of knowledge is what basically? We just learn by memory and we think we know. Are you following this? That it has become like that in our schools and colleges and everywhere, that we don't feel the knowledge. Not many of us, for sure some of us feel. The whole knowledge in Ayurveda is experiential. And today you will understand what I mean by that, by experiencing the 5 elements. Individual elements we are going to try to learn, to feel and experience the 5 elements, and we will learn the importance of that. Why? Ayurveda is a very experiential study. The more you think about it, you will go confused and you cannot practice Ayurveda. I don't know if you have read Ayurveda before or if you try to practice. I've seen this a lot. The more you think, you cannot see a pulse. The more you think about those things, when I say think, you're just intellectually analyzing it instead of feeling it. You cannot diagnose a person, you cannot diagnose a pulse, it's just feeling. Stop thinking, close your eyes, feel, you say this is it. It's such a feeling knowledge, but it's now you may think it may not be very trustworthy, but we will see why this is everything. So that's why this medicines was mostly practiced by yogis and meditators. Somebody who can stop thinking and feel life more deeper. That's it. Yogis, meditators means nothing different, but somebody who can feel the life, not think about and analytically, but somebody who can just feel the life around them and inside them. Can we go further? So Ayurveda is a what? Very experiential study. So from the beginning we will learn. From the first class we learn to experience and feel the 5 elements. So let me go into the 5 element. How many of you are aware of the basics of 5 element? What is the 5 elemental philosophy teaching us? Every holistic medicine around the world, you have to begin with 5 elements. Is it true? You go to acupuncture, 5 elements. You go to naturopathy, 5 elements. You go to homeopathy, there are 5 temperaments. You go to any other medicine than modern medicine, the first class you're going to have, the first thing I need to learn is the language of 5 elements. So that's what we are learning today. That's why even if it's just this 1 hour, you will have something very complete. If you just listen to this class, it's a learning for life. You learn 5 elements, you learn whole life. So why we say that? 5 element is a physical composition of everything that is matter. This is the basic of 5 elements. Where is 5 elements? Everything creation is made of 5 elements. So people who are yogis, they see the world, they see the earth, they see the mountain, they see the trees, they see the herbs. They come to this conclusion. They feel only 5 elements makes everything that is material and matter in the creation. So the whole earth is made of 5 elements. Can you just follow with me? The whole earth is made of 5 elements. So your body is also made of? Based on this, your body is also made of 5 elements. The food that I eat is made of? The herbs that I'm going to eat for the problems of my body, that is also made of? So 5 elements you learn the whole of your body and the nature and the whole creation. So that's what we are going to touch in this 1 hour. That language, how to feel the 5 elements individually. It's a very simplest thing, but if you're very new for this, maybe it will be a very profound and a very deeper thing that you can open up yourself to a very different dimension of knowledge in you and around you. So let's start with this. What are the first element? Ether, air. Can you name it in that particular order that you might find in the books of yoga books and everywhere? Ether, air, water, fire and water, and earth. You will have a PDF or short photos of whatever we are talking in the course like this. If you're not noting it down, you can feel free. Why is it written in this particular order in all the books? Ether, air, fire, water, earth?
From less heavy to not heavy.
Yeah, from subtle to gross. This is the order it was created, they say. The first element we write is ether. Ether or space. What is ether otherwise called? Space. Why are they writing space as the first element? Because every creation is happening in the space. What you call as universe is just a nothingness and an emptiness and a space, right? Is it true in an empty space creations are happening? The whole earth is made in space, the whole galaxies, all the planets, everything is made within space. So that's why we write the ether as the first one. Why ether is written as the first thing? Because in space creations are happening. Is that okay? Is that relatable what I'm sharing? Can we all agree, no matter where we come from, we know this much very experientially that in space creation happen. In the other class tomorrow, we are going to talk about this more detail. Today I'm not going to go about the ether as a very more detailed thing. This is the whole purpose of yoga. If you try to, the whole goal or whole purpose of yoga, whatever we are looking for, is basically in that space, otherwise called nothingness. What do you otherwise call the space to be? It's not something, it's emptiness, it's vacuum, it's nothingness. You can put many words to this, So tomorrow, our meditation introduction class, which you're going to have tomorrow, we will talk about this again in a very detailed way. But for now, here, what do we understand? Ether is, what are the qualities of the space? In short, it is no limit. Is there a limit for the space? No. So can I say infinite? Can I say space is infinite? If there is nothing in there, will there be movement or stillness? We call it stillness. Can you see how I'm coming to those quality? Space is infinite, yes, and space is still. Nothing moving in there. Nothingness, stillness. If things are still, naturally it is cold. Can I use those words? Tomorrow we are going to study this more detail. Every one of us in meditation, we are going to individually understand this. But I'm just giving you the qualities of the space and the ether. It is infinite, it is still, it is cold, it can be dark.
But for example, the real space, it's never still. There's something going on moving.
The creation is moving on. Exactly. Space is still. That which is creation is cyclical.
Okay.
But the space is still.
In between the planets is still. Okay.
Yeah. Space, now the physics wise we may go into different aspect, but we philosophically say space, nothingness, stillness. We can look into that much further also. But maybe the physics of space, maybe it's pointing to some aspects of it. But ether means stillness, emptiness. It's empty, it's infinite, and it is still. If it's still, it's cold, it's dark. Is there any other character you want to add for space? It is very subtle. Subtle means, and very, very lightest. It has literally no weight because there's nothing in there. Is it true? But as it comes in the bottom, it's gaining more heaviness. Is air little heavy? Is a hair. Ether is nothing. Air is, you cannot see the air, but it's little heavy, you feel it. But fire, little more gross, you can see it. Water, little more denser and grosser. You can touch it, you can drink it, you know. Earth, the heaviest. So this is the journey of nothingness, slowly becoming something. Can you remember this order hereafter? In the top it is nothing, but as it is condensing. It's the consciousness condensing and creating one another. So we say ether is the first one, air is little lighter, fire is little gross, water is more gross and dense, earth is the grossest and the densest, rock is the grossest and the densest. So it's more subtle, and here in the bottom it becomes the grossest.
What do you mean by subtle?
Subtle means gross, opposite to gross, something with absence of heaviness, absence of matter. It's just more lighter and more very delicate one. Subtle, more, how, is there any other words?
You cannot touch.
Yeah, you cannot touch, you cannot feel. Yeah, like playing it subtle. We can use it in language also, no? Keeping it under, not in a very prominent way, keeping it more subtle. Yeah, more subtle here means something that's too light, something that has no physical limitations. There's no limitations for ether, there's no physical contents in ether, being just a nothingness, more lighter. You can just think more of a lightness, something too light. So remember these qualities. Tomorrow this is going to be interpreted in a very detailed way. Can you remember the ether now? Ether is what? Ether is space, emptiness, stillness, coldness, infinite. It's omnipresent everywhere, yes, without any boundaries, without any limit. It's just in ether creation comes. That's why it's written as the first element. In space creations are happening. Now the next element that's birthed is air.
Now
Yeah.
I'm thinking it has some real relation to the chakra.
Same thing. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Anahata, from bottom to top is the chakra order also. In chakra studies, you will study the same order from top to bottom to top, Muladhara, earth. You will study the same thing in your Kundalini programs, in the philosophy classes probably. Yeah. Can you remember this order? Descending from nothing to something. This is the order that it was created. Now, air. What are the qualities for air? As you can feel. Yeah, now you can say movement. Because air is moving. Is fire moving or air is moving the fire?
Air is moving the fire.
Can we say that way? Air births the fire, air moves the fire. Without air, will fire exist?
No.
That's why fire comes after. Can you see why we write fire as the third element? Because air bursts the fire, air moves the fire. In Ayurveda, movement is belonging to air. Can you follow? You might say water is moving. Is water moving or adapting to the gravity and situation and temperature? It's just flowing. Its energy is not to move, but based on the temperature, based on the shape of the bottle that you put, it's going to adapt and stay. So water is more adapting, not moving, we say. So who is the one moving?
Yeah.
Air is literally moving. Can you say air is moving all the time? Like not heavy, not grounded, very unstable. Can I also use the word unstable? Unstable, mobile, movement. What else you can say for such a? Can you understand the air always flow, always moving? What else is air? Is it cold or hot?
Mostly cold.
Why we use that word? Which element is hot among the five? Fire. Without fire, everything's nature is. Without fire, every other element will be.
Cold.
Can you feel how I'm coming to those quality? So air's nature is cold. Why? Because fire heats the air. Without fire, air is cold. Yes. I'm just talking about air, not fire now. So without fire, air will be cold. So air is cold. Is it wet or dry? Now wetness belongs to which element?
Water.
Water. Without water, air is.
Dry.
That's how we are concluding. That's how we are coming to these qualities. When I say air, air is dry. When I say air, air is very still lightest. It's not very heavy, right? That's why it's moving all the time. Air is still light. It's not that light as ether and nothingness, but air is still lighter in its weight. It's not too heavy. But water and earth is, as it comes in the bottom, water is little heavy. Earth is more heaviest. So for water and earth, can I put the quality heavy? So, but fire, air and ether, I'm going to use the quality lightness. Yeah, they're all still light. You're wondering why are we writing this? We will see in a bit of a time. Can you feel the word lightness? Movement, unstable, cold, dry. And can I still say, we still use the word subtle for air too. Subtle and very clear. Is air very clear?
Yeah.
Because the mud and the clouds is the water and the sand. But air is very clear. When the mud is in the air, it goes foggy. When the water is in the air, it goes cloudy. But without water, without earth, mud, air by itself is very clear and transparent. When you wake up in the morning without pollution, air is very clear. You still see the clarity in the air. So why do we need to feel these qualities? If I see these qualities in your body, you have more air in your body, according to Ayurveda. Let's say you have a dry skin in this coldness. Dry skin is too much air in your body. Can you follow what I mean by that? So dry mouth, dry eyes, dry hair, dry colon, dried uterus, where the menstrual flow is not happening, it's happening very little. According to Ayurvedic language, you have too much of air. If there is excessive movement in your body, mind, anywhere, it's too much air. Can you follow? Anxiety, too much air in you. Restless eyes, too much air in you. Biting, grinding teeth, too much air in you. You see people shaking, nervousness, panicness. So which element is more in that body? If you see more movement, it is what element more in you? Air is more in you. Can you follow? Too much mind running too fast. Insomnia. You cannot sleep at night because your mind is running too much. According to Ayurveda, insomnia is a pure too much of air element in your body, in your mind. When air is more, you cannot sleep well. You will wake up many times in between the nights. You will have a crazy dreams. Naturally, your sleep quality will not be very good. So what is the medicine in Ayurveda? I'm just giving you this example so that you understand how Ayurveda works as a treatment. What is an Ayurvedic routine to sleep well at night? Breathe? Yes. Breath works and all that, yes. Some diet I'm talking specifically. What is it?
Melatonin.
What is it?
Melatonin.
Melatonin. Ayurvedic suggestion of any lifestyle that you know of. In Ayurveda, they say do this, you will sleep well, like massages, like warm shower. I'm asking like some kind of lifestyle that you do to sleep well at night. Very simply, turmeric milk. Do you know this golden milk? Before 1 hour of going to bed, Ayurveda says drink a glass of warm turmeric milk in your belly. That will give you a very deeper quality of sleep. Can you drink a black coffee to sleep?
No.
Why not? Caffeine is more air. It makes you more lighter. It makes you more hyper. Is it true? So when you drink coffee, how many of you feel palpitation, nervousness, breathing difficult here? Black coffee, hot chocolate, how many of you feel bad? What is your body telling you now? You're already a person with more air in your nature, and you're drinking something that aggravates more air in you, that your heart and your breath will tell you not good. If your body is already made of more air, your body will not like bitter things. Your body will not be comfortable when you drink those things into your system. Have you listened to people say such a thing? Coffee, hot chocolate, bitter things makes them agitated, stressed. They breathe little difficult. Yeah, their heart goes palpitating too fast, that they don't actually feel good by drinking those. Is there somebody else who can drink 2-3 cups of coffee and have no problem? That is people with more water and earth. When their body is already more heavy, when they drink caffeine, 2-3 cups of coffees, even black coffee, they feel more lighter and good. They don't have such a palpitation and nervousness and weaknesses that comes out of it. Because that body is good for them. But for my body, it's not good. I should reduce. Can you understand the individual tolerance to the food substance? Your body nature is different. You should come to a conclusion of what is right for you, wrong for you based on your body type, not based on the substance. We are always talking about food being good and bad. We never connect it to our body types. Example, if you are already a person with more fire, you cannot accept more spicy foods on your body, because spices increases more fire in you, and you are already a fire body type. Little spicy food will bring them diarrhea. Very hot diarrhea is burning diarrhea by the day or the next you can find, because you are someone who is made with more fire in you, that you are aggravating the fire by eating more spices. They won't feel comfortable by aggravating like that. So this is the basic. We are using the same qualities for everything. This is the whole Ayurveda course, in fact. If you don't know this quality, you don't know why turmeric milk is good for me to sleep well at night. Because turmeric milk is sweet, sugar, fat, earth and water in it. So why aren't you sleeping today? Too much air. How to reduce the air? Increase the heaviness. Turmeric milk is heavy substance. When you put a warm glass of milk in your belly, it increases more earth and water, reduces the air, and you're able to sleep deeper at night. Is that understandable? Is what I'm saying relatable? Yes, can you eat a very spicy meal to sleep well? No. Can you eat a very sour things to sleep well? So you eat something sweet, which is earth and water. Any food with earth and water will bring you the heaviness for you to sleep deeper at night. Not the ones which are spicy, not the ones which are bitter and lighter in qualities. It is just the rule. It's feeling. You know what I'm saying. You felt it. Whatever I'm telling you is something you can feel it. So the whole Ayurveda course is something you can feel, or you already felt it. We are just going to make some sense out of that. What is good and what is not good. Can you understand the word lightness here? Yes. So you will be very light. If air is more in you, you cannot put on weight. When air is more in your body, what is difficult? No matter how much sugar they eat, proteins they eat, they cannot build very easily, but they can lose so much easily. One fever they have, they lose few kg, but to develop the weight is very challenging for them. But if earth and water is more in you, how would your body weight be? You're going to look naturally chubby, little good fat, you follow, the body is going to be stronger bones, bulky muscles, good fat. The body is going to look a little well nourished and heavier by healthy nature. You're going to look very different. The very bones are different when your body type is different. Can you understand the connection I'm trying to make? So the air ether body type is going to look very light and skinnier nature. They don't put weight so much. No matter what they drink, no matter what they eat, it's difficult that they put on some building. Bodybuilding is very, very difficult for them. What else? Dryness, coldness. Cold will make them cold hands, cold feet. Very painful. If you're already air, they don't like wind touching their skin. They don't like coldness, cold water, cold wind, they hate it. Why? How many of you have this experience? You off the fan, then you sleep deep. As long as the wind is touching the skin, you cannot fall asleep. Because the wind is increasing more lightness in you, that you will not sleep. So when even in summer they off the fan, then they sleep deep. Because too much wind on your skin aggravates more lightness, keep you more moving, that you cannot sleep very, very deep. Is what I'm saying relatable? You have it in your experience, but somebody with fire, they need AC and fan all the time, because they are going to sweat a lot. So they need fan to sleep. But if you're more air, wind on your skin is going to keep you a little scared. And they hate cold climates. Their hands and feet are more painfully cold in the winter times, because this body is different. You are already cold. Cold aggravates your coldness. They don't feel comfortable. So how an air person should live in a cold climate? We will learn. Can you understand? So if I'm such a body type, in this climate, how should I live? That's the whole course of Ayurveda, where we learn how I should manage my body. My body, my truth. I'm not here to compare myself with anybody else. We are doing this big problem. What we think is right, we are trying to teach for everyone. Are you following? Around the world? We study something, we say this food has that, that food has this, but we never once ask our body, what is this? What is good for this? What is bad for this? How many of you eating beans and chickpeas and lentils make you gassy? If you're an air body type, eating those kind of foods will make them gassy. I'm saying this with more guarantee, that they feel more gassy, indigestion, constipation, more problem, because they are all air aggravating foods. Yeah.
So someone very mental, it's always too much air? It means too much air?
It depends. What is the character? Anxiety is air. If somebody is in nervous, anxiety, ADHD and all these are too much air. You want to work on reducing them, you should increase water and earth for them. The more they aggravate air, they forget more. If air is more, they forget more, because their mind is so much distracted that their memory is not very... Is that relatable what I'm sharing? You can find a very stronger character, whatever I'm speaking. You can find, only when you find what is the problem, you can tell them, do this, it will transform their life. That is the wisdom of Ayurveda we are learning. So once you learn to see the problem, what is aggravated in them, then you can tell them, you should not do that, you should do this more, it will balance you. Can you understand? Now I'm already obesity now. Which element is more in me? Earth and water should be more in me for me to be gaining excessive fat and weight gaining in my body. So what should I do to reduce my earth and water? Increase air, increase fire. They burn the heaviness so that I find my balance. Can you use pepper to lose weight? Pepper. Can you use pepper to lose weight? To burn the fat? Yes, because pepper is fire. Cloves, all the spices are fire because they burn, and naturally you can melt the heaviness. Do you see the mucus in your lungs? Mucus is earth and water, heavy. So how do you burn the mucus? You apply eucalyptus balm. Eucalyptus is fire. That's minty and fire. So why are you applying balm on your chest when you have mucus in the lungs? This is fire that's going to melt the mucus, which is kapha, earth and water on your lungs. So we already do that, but we never felt it like this. So we can structurally develop this knowledge of experiential knowledge, but we can study this and feel that. So let's try to do this. Can you understand these characters of the air now? What else we are missing here? Cold, movement, unstable. I want you to remember this for the whole course. Because this is the basis. Now with this knowledge you read any Ayurveda, any herb. Now you can understand the herb, not just remember. When you say turmeric milk is good to sleep, you should know why. Feeling the elements brings you knowledge. Otherwise, I just have a memory, I have an information, not a knowledge. Can you understand the difference here? Ashwagandha is good to reduce stress. That's an information. You should know what element is ashwagandha. You know what element is ashwagandha bringing in your body? Fire, earth, water. That's why for most problems of air and ether, they give ashwagandha. Are you familiar? You go with weakness, you go with anxiety, you go with brain problem, nerve problem, they're going to tell you ashwagandha with the milk because they increase fire, water, earth, which balances the air basically. I will come to that. The individually herbs has to be studied more properly. I'm just giving you the idea. You take any substance, any herb, any food, You should know when you put that food in the mouth, you should feel what it is doing to you. We can do that. We should bring this knowledge to humanity more. It's a very experiential, simple knowledge, but we can bring it for everyone. So can we go to the fire? What is fire? You can tell me now as we are writing this. Fire is? Yeah. Now go. Whatever you feel, just close your eyes, feel fire, just say, don't think more. What is fire? Hot, warm, then? Burning. Destroy, transform. Fire is what? Fire can destroy, fire can? Yes. You put a bowl, water and a rice, fire converts the rice into edible form. You put rice directly in the fire, it will destroy. A balanced fire, very, very, very transformative for themselves and everyone around. Abnormal fire, very destructive for themselves and everyone around. Healthy fire is anger. Unhealthy fire is aggression. You follow the difference here? Healthy fire is self-respect. Unhealthy fire is too much strong ego of self-dominating personality. Healthy fire is fighting spirit. Unhealthy fire is very overconfidence. You understand the healthy confidence is healthy fire. Unhealthy confidence is unhealthy fire. Fire is born with confidence. What is fire? Fire means confidence. They have no doubt. Even if they are wrong, they will be confident. That's fire element. What is the nature of fire? Maybe they are wrong, but you can see them very, very, very confident in what they are doing. Fire element have an inbuilt confidence. Other element struggle confidence. What are the other element about? When air, ether, water, earth is more, what they struggle with? Confidence they struggle with. But when fire, you improve your eyes and your body.
Earth doesn't struggle, no, with confidence?
Earth what?
Earth doesn't struggle, no, with confidence?
No, they struggle. Little more kapha, little more vata, they suffer confidence. Like you challenge their appearance, knowledge, they hold back. But fire, no, you cannot shake their confidence. You can see in a healthy way, in an unhealthy way, we will speak that in the future. But fire means what's inbuilt in them? Confidence. Yeah. What is it? I'm just giving overview of why we are feeling the element like that. Okay. I'm just connecting what the characters of the element, why we are feeling this, I'm connecting. So this is the knowledge, destroy and transform. I'm giving you the idea. Healthy fire is anger, very productive. They see something wrong, they want to fix it. Action. Unhealthy fire is aggression. They don't like to lose. They start attacking personally. You can understand they can become extremely aggressive and abusive, verbally or physically. So you need to understand the healthy one to an unhealthy one. So that's what we are going to do it very detail in the future. You can see this personality very strong when it comes. I even give this as a warning. Why? So far you don't know who is what. It's okay to some extreme. But knowledge can sometimes give us into opinionated nature, judgmental nature and all that. We should protect ourselves from that. That's why we learn with asanas, with yoga, with meditation, using this knowledge for well-being. To accept myself and the other, to help myself and the other, that's it. And then you should exist like as if you don't know. This knowledge is not for coming to some judgments and opinions and all those kinds of aspects of things. Only when you can see, you can help. So that's why we are learning this. So once you see, you learn what is the problem, you know, do this, don't do that. For that, we are learning this. So what else is fire? Fire is clarity. Fire is clarity too. Because there is light, there is vision. Is it true? For the eyes to work, you need fire. So fire brings vision and clarity. So that's why when fire speaks, there's enormous clarity in their words. Well-constructed words, powerful speakers. These are all fire personality generally. What else is clarity beyond clarity? Clarity brings confidence. When you're clear, you're confident, naturally. So when you're doubtful, you're not very confident. So fire is clarity, confidence in their appearance, in their knowledge, in every aspects of life. When you're not confident, is it true that you're settling for much less than what you really deserve in your life? They pay you less, you will think this is okay. Yes, this is the place I deserve, this is the person I deserve. Fire never settles for less. They want the best and everything. That's their confidence. What a fire will not settle for? yes, yes, please.
That's solar plexus.
That's solar plexus? Chakra you're connecting?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go. We are not learning that.
Just quick, yes.
Yes, I'm just seeing the fire. Can you feel the fire here and now with me now? You feel the fire quality? Fire can destroy, fire can transform. Healthy fire is very useful for themselves and everyone. Healthy fire is very loyal. Unhealthy fire is judgmental. Can you understand? So in future we will study that in a very detailed way. That's the difference between destruction and transformation. Healthy fire takes care of everybody around them. Unhealthy fire, their ego is more important than everyone around them. So this is the difference we need to make. Healthy fire is very different. Unhealthy fire is very, very different. So what else is fire more? Can you feel anything more to fire? Burning is, I'm writing as destruction and transformation. What else is fire? Light, brightness. We say brightness, oiliness, shininess. When fire is good in you, your skin is naturally shiny and oily. When you improve the fire in you, what happens to your skin? If you're more air and dry, 3 days you do something, your skin will change. 5 days you do something, you can see that the dryness of your skin is naturally transformed. What is that something? One by one, we will keep building up. How to increase the fire in you by diet, by lifestyle, and in every aspect. In 3 to 5 days, you can notice a huge difference on your skin. What you can put on the skin, what you can put inside your body will start transforming your skin. Within, at the minimum, I'm saying 5 days you do something, you're going to notice the differences, because fire brings shiningness. Shiny, confident eyes, shiny skin, shiny hair, nails. Fire is the one bringing more shiningness and fairness to the skin. We will study the skin more detail in the future. But can you remember the word shiny, oily and bright? So these are also belonging to the fire. What else is fire more? Can you think? Anything more? Yes? Is okay for the quality? Yes? Okay. Fire is also sharp. Fire is what? Anyone with more fire is very sharp. Sharp intellect. They cut everything to right or wrong. Are you this or that? They're not in between. What is the nature of fire? Yes, they cut everything. You can find like nothing in between. If you ask an air person, they'll be like, there's mistake there, there's also mistake here. But fire will be like, that's wrong, this is right. That extreme sides you can see it for a fire. They're not in between. They're not seeing the both. For them it is clear cut. One is good, one is bad. So the good thing of fire is sharpness. One thing is what? Extreme sharpness in their intellect, in their senses. If they see everything, they notice every detail, they smell everything, they taste. Senses are more sharp for fire. What is more sharp? Yes, you can see during period times when fire increases during certain times. We will study the menstrual cycle. When the pitta increases, their senses are hypersensitive. They don't want bright lights. They want to keep it dark. You see, they cannot take loud noises. It just triggers them into anger. You can see when fire is more in them, every little stimulus makes them just irritated and anger. That's the symptom of too much fire in them. Whereas otherwise you will be fine. But when fire is more, it's inside their head and it's just irritating. Even little voices and noise in the television could just trigger them into anger. Have you seen this kind of sensitivity with people around? So you need to know there's something more element in them that needs to find a little balance. Unless you find the balance, they are not going to reduce that character. This is going to keep irritating them, and that's just their nature. Hereafter you should understand they are suffering something. So what else is? You remember the word sharp? So in the future, these are all the words we are going to use for everything. So when you bite a pepper, how is it? You have a lemon, sharp claws, sharp. When you bite a banana,
No.
that's water and earth. Banana is what? Will a banana and a milk, when you take a milk in your mouth, how is it? Soft, smooth. So they are all earth and water. Water is more soft, smooth, gentle. So that's the water quality. Can you gain weight by eating banana and milk? Yeah, because they're heavy. Can you gain heavy by eating a pepper?
No.
They only burn and bring balance. So this is everything. I think you're just connecting that. Let's see the water and the earth before we leave. What is water now? As we already spoke few things already.
Flow, cold.
Yeah, water is flowing means adapting, we said. Yeah. Water is what? Extremely Adapting. Anybody with more water, they adjust, tolerate, adapt, and ground. Can you follow this quality? Air walks away. Little stress, I don't deserve this. What about fire? For fire, justice matters. What is the nature of fire? Justice. Water, forgiveness, adjustment. Can you understand the difference of the person now? You look at people, you will understand here. When water is more, the first thing they do is forgive. What is the water's quality? No matter what the other person do, what will they do? Forgive. What about fire? Is fire forgiving?
No.
No. Fire is justice seeking. That's the good quality of a fire. What is the good quality? You cannot ill-treat them, mistreat them and walk away. They are going to make sure they take their respect. They are going to make sure you regret that you did something wrong to them. Can you understand the fire? You do something, misbehave with the fire, you're going to get 10 times more. But water, go. You follow this tendency of people? Have you tried to advise them, don't be like this, try to change? And it never works. But I'm just saying. Can you understand the individual people's nature? They don't want to prove that they are right. They have zero intention to prove they are right. That's water and earth. They don't want to prove anything to anyone. What is the nature of water and earth? They don't do anything for others' attention. They just do. Can you know? It's nature of water to forgive. So I will go one by one. Water is extremely adapting, adjusting, tolerating, patience. These are all the qualities of water. So this is their nature. You try to change them, they are going to suffer more. They cannot punish somebody. If they punish, they can punish themselves more. If they punish someone, they cannot sleep. You find that kind of nature, but what will fire do? They did mistake. They should know. They should face the consequence. But what is the earth, water things? Anyway, they have a family too. That's going to be a different approach altogether. Depends on the person. But can you understand the qualities there? What else is water? Whichever container you put, it adjusts and stays. Fire have difficulty to adjust and adapt. Who have a difficulty to adjust and adapt? They want it perfect. Can you understand? That's not wrong. That's their quality. What is the nature of fire? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Can you understand what is the nature of fire? They want it the way it's supposed to be. They want it the way, you understand this perfectionist I'm talking? Like if the soup is a little cold, they get it warmed up again. Or you follow why? Because that's not supposed to be like that. Fire is perfectionist. They want it the way they're supposed to, the way it's supposed to be. What you said, it should be there. That's the fire's restriction. They suffer, they have difficulty when it's not working, when it's not, difficulty to adjust. But other elements adjust, tolerate, walk away. Can you understand? But fire have difficulty adjusting. So what is water? More? Yeah, more adapting, more tolerating, more adjusting, sometimes too much. They don't know when to walk away. What is the nature of water? Even if it's hurting them, they won't walk away. Even if it's destroying their life and their peace, they will not stop. They keep going to the same place, disrespected every day. Can you understand that nature I'm talking? If you're air, you walk away. If you're fire, you complain. If you're water, you don't do both. You wait. You patiently forgive. This is not going to be healthy at every place. But some places it is good. Some places it is bad. But that's just the water's quality, to be forgiving. What else is water? Adapting. Grounded. It's also grounded. Nourishing. Water is what? Nourishment, nurture, and growth. When you put seed in water, what happens to the seed? It grows. Water is nourishment. It nurtures. It is all about giving, not wanting anything back. A water wants to take care of someone. You understand this? They want somebody to be with them. They want someone to take care of. You will find this character a little more later also. Air is more independent. Air is more independent. You take care of you, I take care of me. You find a little detachment and independency with air. But water is, they are extremely having this tendency of attachment. Grounding, nourishment, all this makes them easily capable of attached. Too much attached with people. Even if it's destructive, they are attached. They won't walk away. So this is the disease of earth and water. We will see that later. Can you understand nurture, nourish and growth? Water is all about taking care, giving, and these kind of qualities. So what is the nature of water, we say? Nurture, nourishment and growth means nutrition. Water is nourishment. So naturally a female body is more earth and water than a man's in gender wise, according to Ayurveda. Who has more earth and water? That's why during pregnancy the female body gains a little more heaviness. Now the body is now preparing with more earth and water to nourish the baby. Can you understand this this theory? There's a very deeper gynecological understanding of the same elements in Ayurveda. You can study the whole pregnancy and the childbirth and all that in the language of 5 elements. It's a beautiful knowledge. In 1 month we cannot have time and knowledge go into that. But as a beginning in this course, you can find those informations and open up yourself to a very different knowledge that's more useful. You can do something about that. So that's something we can look into future. Can you understand nourishment, growth and nurture? So who is more earth and water? But you can be anybody with any elements. That's not about the gender. You can be a man with more earth and water, very emotional, tears are waiting all the time. Earth and water is very emotional nature. They cry instantly. What is the nature of earth and water? Extreme emotional. Can you understand? Extreme expectations, attachments. They watch a movie and cry. You can see tears are more easy for water and earth. Other elements, it depends. But earth and water is extreme emotional nature. I think you're developing the idea. Are you following that now? Don't come to any conclusions. 1 hour is not enough. But I'm just giving you, in future if you study, it will be useful. What else is nurture, nourishment and growth? Yeah, what is the purpose of a fire? It digests. When I eat a food, the food needs to be digested and transformed into my body. Fire's purpose is different. But what is the purpose of water? Growth, nourishment and nurturing. So its purpose is different. Nothing is right or wrong. Its purpose is different. Its nature is different. Its purpose is different. So what else is water? Cold, slow, heavy, dense. These are all the qualities of the water. Is that simply experiential? Is water dense? Yes. Is water cold? Yes. Is water slow? Is more heavier? Naturally slow. These are the words we use. When the body type of people who are earth and water, they have gentleness and slowness in their talk. They have, in their body movement you find slowness. So this is the feeling, a philosophical way to look at the creation. I think one more time you can understand. So milk, coconut milk, almond milk, animal milk, more earth and water. Banana, earth and water. So we will learn to feel which food items comes under which elements in the future too. So you put the taste in the mouth, you should know this is heavy. Can you name any other heavy foods? Foods that makes you heavy?
Meat.
Cheese.
Meat, yes. Cheese. Cheese is sour. Fire, water, earth, both. We will see. But you understand they are heavy. Can you follow? So soy milk, is soy milk heavy? Can you drink soy milk and gain weight? Can you drink oat milk and gain weight? No, not that much. They are more lighter, not much fat, just base proteins. They are more dryness and astringent in taste. It's difficult by drinking those that you put on more weight. So we will see that in the future. Can you understand the water? Is that water okay? Can you also put water is smooth? Is water smooth?
Yeah.
It's not too sharp. It's about smoothness, softness, smoothness. You can all put it for the water. Let's finish the earth. Now you understand. What are the earth quality?
Heavy.
Heaviest.
Rooted.
Rooted. That's it. Just say heaviest. It is the heaviest. It is the most rooted and grounded. Once it sits, doesn't move. Once it decides, never changes. Air changes decision very fast. But fire, water, earth, once they decide, they don't change very fast. In their mind also you will see this. Once they choose, never change so easily. Once they decide a career, they don't change. But air can change till the last moment. And they self-doubt also sometimes. But water, fire, earth, once they decide, they are more strong on that decision. So grounded, then stable, secured, stable, all these qualities. What else is earth? Strongest, hardest, solid, hard, hardest, densest. Can you follow those? Roughest too. Without water, it's going to be rough. So earth is naturally dense, strong, but still rough and dry. It can be rough and dry. What else is earth? Still nutritious. It has minerals, nutritions and all that. But basically these things for the earth. Heaviest, strongest, hardest, who can take a lot of stress. Earth, if you're made with more earth and water, you can take and tolerate a lot of stress in your exercise, in your mind, in your body, with alcohols and chemicals. Earth body can take a lot of stress. Air, one night they don't sleep, they're going to go dry, dark circles, weaker. But earth and water, for years they sleep less. You can still see them can handle the stress for a very long time. You see mothers like that, more leaner they are, when they cannot sleep properly, you see them becoming dry and degenerating too badly. So when you're more air and ether, you cannot take more stress, also fire. But earth and water can take a lot of stress. You see the heavy weight lifters? That's earth and water body. The very bones are thick and well built and strong. They can lift heaviest weights. They can do intense sports of any kind. They don't suffer injuries. We will see the genes of the body types. You will see the very nature of their ligaments and bones and cartilages are too tough and well built with earth and water, more nourishment packed as a body. So we need to understand the body type and conduct exercise accordingly, diet accordingly, everything according to my body type. So if you understand that much, any questions you can ask from what we saw today. It's our time, 1 hour. But did you understand why we are feeling the 5 elements? So you name anything in Ayurveda, it's going to come from this class today. So from tomorrow, as we begin the body types and all this, you will realize that we are going to use these same characters into explanations of body, mind and social behaviors, personality traits, physical needs, everything from the same basis. See your limits, how much you can handle. There's already packed classes. Yes, too many hours. So see your capacity of how much you can take in your knowledge, how much you can remember. Don't feel like it's too much. There's always time to learn. Yes. Any other questions you have in what we just spoke, we can discuss now. How do you feel? Good? Yes? Yes, okay. Understandable?
So are you saying, like, you can point to something you experience in your body and we can make sense of it through philosophy?
Yeah. You name anything, we can see.
A tight hip flexor muscle.
What is it?
A tight muscle?
Tight muscle.
In hip flexors.
Vata. Vata is nervous, tightness, spasms, cramps, weakness. All are air and ether. More. Air is tightness. Can you follow what I'm... So when air is more, muscles go stiff, muscles goes tight, also goes calf muscle cramps or weakness. You see enormous weakness in the muscle, which is also air, majoritarily, in general, from what we study today. But individually, we have to see. Could be many more reasons. Energy flow, acupuncture work, emotional blocks, whichever. We have to see what is the more individual cause for that. But from what you understand today as a 5 element, if you want to connect that, it's more connected to air, ether and air.
Also can be tight.
It's more rigid. It's a very different tightness. It's going to be a very different thing. But it is more nervous muscle tightness, and the muscle spasms and tightness is pure nervous origin, is more vata. Yeah. Earth is going to be structurally hard. You see, like the hard tissues becoming excessive hard, bone growth being too much, spur formations in the bones. You see, that kind of manifestations are more earth and water, kapha. We call it kapha. So every diseases, there is a definition in Ayurveda and our holistic medicine. No matter all the disease we face today, we can see it in this language. It's a very different language to see the condition, so we can learn how to program our life. This is missing in the world, lifestyle. We have medicines and practitioners. What's missing? A lifestyle to understand. So you can heal even before therapy, after therapies and treatments, you need lifestyle so that you don't fall sick again. So we have a lot of people for treatments, very little who speaks for a lifestyle. So let's be part of that. And we can do this so well. You have a ton of things to do for yourself and others as a lifestyle to prevent or even to manage after the chronic diseases, even after the modern care. You need the lifestyle so that you don't worsen the problem. So let's finish here with this. Any other questions? Yes? Is it new or is it okay? Yeah, some people may find it basic if you already know, but But it will be profound. We will do the basic very strong in the future too, yeah.
Can you remind me a couple things on ether?
On ether? Alcohol is ether. You see, highs goes up, nothingness, weakness, nobody. So lack of motive, lack of attention. So alcohol aggravates ether, air more in you. So these kind of habits increase more ether and air. Ether is more specifically spoken tomorrow. So we will see. Ether, stillness, in a healthy way you achieve by meditation. In an unhealthy way, when we do aggravate in these aspects like drugs and these kind of thing, aggravate more air and ether in the body. Yeah. Yeah. Yes? Okay? Thank you very much. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and take a 3 deep breath. And gently rub your palms and relax your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you all. See you around.